Hello you and welcome back to the Crypto SA channel. My name is Jose and I'm here to talk to you about Bitcoin. And you know about our trend lines already. If you haven't seen the other videos, the ones in English, the previous ones, all of them have these lines that are long-term lines, okay? And there we talk about this white line that we try to break up from it again, and it didn't happen. We actually broke down. If you see the daily, we tried to get to this point, and I told you if we didn't manage to close like daily candles, this was one of them, but daily candles or 4-hourly candles above this line, that we would probably have like a not a breakdown but another leg down, at least in the midterm, okay? So that's what actually happened. And now and I also told you that this was this wick here that came from the flash crash could be a wick just like the one we had here when we had the COVID crash, and we had a similar kind of formation here as well. There was descending broadening wedge, okay, like this, not necessarily like this, like something like this, that we wicked below the support, the lower support line of the wedge, but then we, despite the chop, you know, we came all the way up to the upper line, and we broke up to like a huge leg up. And I said, this is not what I mean that's gonna happening here, because we have lots of confluent resistance lines as well, and we didn't manage to break above this white line. That is the first resistance that you're gonna face. And that being said, we have here some things to talk about. First, we have like our monthly resistance. Now we have a bullish resistance, resistance to a bullish momentum on the monthly time frame from 63.6 to 68.4. So we're only talking about a bullish Bitcoin long term above the $68.4 thousand range. Can we come all the way up here to retest this zone, this resistance zone? Yes. Can we come all the way up here to retest this resistance zone? Yes, we can. And this resistance is also has like its weekly component, which is but in this case it's not component of like a bullish momentum, but not to get to a bearish momentum. So the bearish support, the not bearish support actually, is $55.8 thousand. So this could be a good buying opportunity if we don't go further down to get actually bearish. So I mean, we could set up a stop loss here below some of these wicks, and as it has to do with like a mid long term position, you can also think about like a loss that comes all the way down to 10%, depending on your risk management. Okay, you can pretty much set up different buy zones in here within this 10% range as well. Whatever you decide. And you also have like a daily not bearish momentum that we crossed down. So we're now officially bearish on the daily, as long as this behaves as a fake out and we do something like this, and this is going to be a swing failure pattern, you know. So if it's not a swing failure pattern, we are going to keep coming further down, and we still have the support of this line in here to hold a possible bullish reversal. But you know, until this actually happens, we can't really tell what we're gonna have to face. Okay, there's like the stochastic RSI here is tending to the downside, the RSI is tending to the downside, and when you come to the 4-hourly candles, and I'm gonna put the short-term lines as well in here so that we see how things are going. We got support on the midline of this downward sloping channel as well. Although we had this fake out, or not even like a fake out, but like although we actually kind of reached the target of this, maybe the first target, we hit the first target of this downward sloping channel that is here. We actually did hit this target, $61,000. We got support here in the midline of the channel. Can we go back up? Yes. Is it likely that we do? Well, usually what happens in these situations is that we get the support of the midline, and after like a fake out like this, we actually go all the way down. Let's see what's gonna happen here, as we do have these lines here as short-term resistances. So it's the 58.2 right here, this one, the one on the top, and the bottom one, the white in the bottom one, $58,000 for the 1 hourly, the short-term bearish crossover as well. If we cross above 58 and start closing 1 hourly candles above, then we're not bearish on the 1 hourly. If we start to close 4 hourlies above the 58.2 zone, we're not bearish on the 4 hourly. And if we're closing above the $58,700 range dailies, we're not bearish on the dailies. Okay, so that's how it works. And if we keep closing the weekly above 55.5, we're not bearish on the weekly. Okay, so that's the point. And let's put all of this down. Let's erase this whole thing, and let's see what do we need to do in order to flip bullish in this sense. Here the 382 is 55.1. This pretty much is probably confluent with the weekly bearish support, not the top bearish support on the weekly. It does have like a confluence in here. So this is the first thing. And we also have the 236. I don't have a 236 set up, but if we do this, we see that we're below the 236. So $58,000 is our next support zone as well, for that pretty much coincides with the 1 hourly here, right? With the 1 hourly, the $58,000 zone. So if we flip above the $58,000 zone, we might try to retest these resistances. Okay, if we do it all the other way around, we're gonna have different zones to watch in different ways. So here's the 786, the $58,000 zone, and the $60,100 range that is confluent with this support in here, so that we try to go above, right? So I think we have very good zones to watch. You see that you have this confluence here as well with the golden pocket, right? So it's important to see this. It's important to see this as well, right? And at last, it's important to see this one. And these are pretty much our support and our new support and resistance zones for this movement right here. So this V here, if we come towards the retest of this $54,000 range, we need to keep the range, probably like if you do like a double bottoming here. So there's a chance as we're flipping bearish in here on the daily, although we're facing up here on the 4 hourly. The stochastic RSI is not really I mean, we can't be really happy with this. I don't know if we can trust it. Have a look what's going on here in the 4 hourly as well. We might take this 786 as resistance, as we lost the support that we had previously, and we have no specific bullish divergences in here, although there's somewhat a bullish divergence on the 1 hourly that I don't know if you can trust, and that is this one right here, right? This is somewhat a bullish divergence, because if we do this, we have lower lows on the price action and high lows on the RSI. You know, I mean, it's some, I mean, we can come retest here the lower zone and try to go back up, but you know, it's important to understand that this is, I mean, it's a decent support, right, line. It's a decent support line, but I mean, we shouldn't count on it as we're really bearish. I mean, we're pretty much in a very strong, very aggressive downtrend with all the EMAs, below all the EMAs in most of the time frames, you know, the 4 hourly, the 1 hourly, the daily, you know, and even how are we on the weekly. Let's put this whole thing out and see how we're like doing at this moment. We're below the 21 and the 8, so it's pretty bad, right? So this is also like a very strong resistance zone in here that we need to watch, and I don't know exactly how to behave in this sense when we have such a strong resistance zone right here. And if we put it on the daily, we see how this is going, right? You see that we've tried to flip above it once, twice, 3, 4 times, and we couldn't manage to do it. So we might count on supports in the lower ranges and the chop to see if we can gain momentum to flip back above these lines right here. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful for you with the zones that we put you to watch, the ranges, all of the ranges. Let's just do like a last thing in here with this, when we're actually holding support under the 382, which is, I mean, a good some good news among so much of like bad news that we've faced so far. So 56.6 is also like a fib level, although 58.9, $59,000 is another level that we got rejected from, you know. So I mean, this is good. I mean, this is not the worst case scenario. Then we have some confluent supports in the zones, but this resistance zone is really strong. I thought, I mean, we actually came up in here yesterday, and as we said in the Portuguese video, but now I think this was a very good rejection here, a double top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 candles, and it had this double top. If you put it on the 4 hourly, it's a triple, I mean, it's actually 4 attempts to break above the golden pocket that we didn't manage to. So let's see what to expect from this. This is a double bottom, you know, we have a double bottom in here somewhat, and if we consider this a double bottom, if we consider this like a bottom in itself, then we might have like a, no, it's a lower low, and this is what, a straight line? No, this is a lower low as well. So now I don't even think we should consider this a bullish divergence. But yeah, that's what we have for now. And yeah, please comment down below, like, subscribe, and if you have anything to ask, please do. I'll be more than happy to answer you in the comments, as well as please join our Telegram channel, where we have an access point for you to go to our premium signal room with shorts and longs depending on the situation of the market. Now we're pretty much on a downtrend, so we're looking for shorts, right? But on the other hand, we're watching to see if there's any possibility of flipping bullish, as we're within a long-term, at least like a mid-long-term bullish pattern, right? So that's it. That's what we're looking at this moment, and see you in the next video. Bye.